Welcome back to Crank This, the show where we put the spotlight on tracks from the Metalhead's AI community, one song at a time. As always, quick reminder, Crank This is not a critique show built to tear people apart. This is about spotlighting creators, highlighting what stands out, and putting strong tracks in front of more people. Selection is still done through the random pick system, so if you want your track to have a shot, post it in the Metalhead's AI group. Make sure it is your original work, and get involved with the community. The more you show up, the more visible you become. Right then. This week we are looking at the Tronicon and the track Through the Ruins of Forgotten Worlds. And straight away, I'm going to say this. This is not a track that comes in trying to knock your teeth out in 30 seconds. This is a journey piece. This is the kind of track that wants to pull you into a space, build a world around you, and keep you there for nearly 6 minutes. So the question is not, does this hit like a blunt force single? The question is, does it succeed at creating atmosphere, scale, and immersion? And yes, it does.
In the ruins of a foreign world, where time and space collide, an echo from forgotten days, the stars in silence hide. Through the layers of the past, humanity seeks its light. In the shadows of a distant age, the truth begins to rise. The civilization, only a whisper now, yet in its ruins gleams a spark that keeps on calling. Guides us through the dark. Through the shadows of the past, humanity seeks its flame. Technology and spirit join in this realm without a name. A path that still connects us to what has come before. Yet hidden in the darkness lies the truth we can't ignore. The civilization, once so great, now just a murmur in the wind. A mirror of humanity that lost itself within.
Let's start with the title, because titles matter. Through the Ruins of Forgotten Worlds is a strong title. It immediately suggests scale, distance, decay, science fiction, lost civilizations, and something cinematic. That is a lot of world building before the track has even started. And the good thing here is that the presentation backs it up. The artwork, the naming, the overall mood, it all points in the same direction. Dark sci-fi, ruined structures, cosmic horizon, abandoned grandeur. It feels cohesive. It feels like this belongs to a bigger creative vision rather than being a random upload with a cool name slapped on it. That matters, because one of the quickest ways a track loses me is when the title promises a world and the music or presentation gives me absolutely nothing to believe in. Here, the Tronicon at least feels like it knows exactly what world it wants you standing in. The next thing that stands out is that this track is clearly built with movement in mind. It does not come across like one flat block of sound stretched across 6 minutes. There are shifts in energy, quieter dips, rebuilds, and section changes that give the impression of travel. That is important for a track like this, because with a title this expansive, You cannot afford to sound static. And this one does not feel static. It feels arranged. It feels like it wants to take you through phases, rather than just repeat one main idea until the clock runs out. That is one of its biggest strengths. A lot of AI-created music can fall into one of two traps. Either it says too little and ends before it has made an impact, or it says the same thing for far too long and mistakes duration for depth. This track avoids that. There is enough structural variation here to support the atmosphere the title is promising. And that is really the core of why this works. The arrangement serves the concept. What I think works best here is the commitment to atmosphere. This does not feel like it is chasing trend metal. It does not feel like it is desperately trying to force in a breakdown, a viral chorus, or some cheap shock moment. It feels like the goal is immersion, and that gives it a different kind of value. This is less about instant gratification and more about stepping into a ruined, imagined space and staying there long enough to feel it. That can be a harder sell in a scroll-heavy environment where people want everything to hit immediately. But when it is done properly, it gives a track much more identity. And identity matters, because being memorable is not only about being heavier, louder, faster, or more extreme. Sometimes it is about sounding like you actually belong to your own world. This track does. That said, this is exactly the kind of track I like seeing in the community. Why? Because it is not generic. It is not trying to be everything at once. It is not chasing whatever everybody else is doing this week. It has a lane. It commits to that lane, and it builds its identity around concept and atmosphere. That already puts it ahead of a lot of forgettable uploads. There is a real sense here that the Tronicon is interested in world building, not just content generation, and that is worth spotlighting. Because when somebody is clearly trying to build a sound, a visual identity, and a broader universe around their music, that is where things start to get interesting. This is a strong, concept-driven track that succeeds through atmosphere, identity, and structural movement. Its biggest strength is that it feels like it belongs to a world. This is a solid piece of work with a clear creative direction, and that absolutely makes it worth a look. If you like music that feels cinematic, immersive, and built around ruined sci-fi imagery, rather than instant cheap payoff, this one is well worth your time. You will find the links to the artist in the description below. If you enjoyed this spotlight, like and subscribe, because it helps more people find the channel, it helps more creators get seen, and it helps this series keep growing inside the community. Quick reminder again, if you want a chance to appear on Crank This, your track needs to be your original work posted in the Metalheads AI group, and the more you engage with the community, the more visible you become in the selection pool. Massive thanks, as always, to Metalheads AI for being the best community out there for creators pushing heavy music forward. I am Kyla, and this is the Digital Forge. And until next time, turn it up and go crank this.